Hello everybody, it's your girl Precious Joy, and in this video I'm going to show you how to sew this beautiful bustier corset top. In the last video I show you how to cut it. If you haven't watched it already, please go back and watch it. So here I have placed the pattern on fabric. So this is the cup. Make sure you arrange it properly. Here I have cut out the pattern on fabric and I included seam allowance. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Now it's time to start joining the fabric together, the fabric pieces together. Make sure you include your notches so that it will be easier for you to join the pieces together to avoid any confusion. So here I have padded the cups. I use wadding to pad it. Now I pin the lower part of the cup together. I pin the lower. I'm going to stitch it up, and after stitching it up, I will join it to the upper part like that. This is how it's looking like. Our corset is already coming together. After I finish stitching it, I open it up. I open the stitches and I ironed it. I make sure I ironed it using a steaming iron. If you do not have a steaming iron, I spray water on the stitches, on the seam allowance, and iron it properly. So this is my cup, and I have created a dart in the cup to make it shape properly, to bring out the bust very well. So I have shaped it using half inch. I shape it to the bust point. So I'm going to place the cup, the ready-made cup, under my bustier cup. So and I will use hemming gum to attach the ready-made cup to my cup. You can either use a hemming gum, or you can use UHU. You can use uhu gum. Just pour your uhu gum on the bustier cup. After you pour your uhu gum on the bustier cup, then you attach your cup. So now the cup is already together with the ready-made cup is already under my cup. I have glued it together. So this is how it's looking like. The cups is already coming together, as you can see. So I have cut out this strip of fabric to serve as my tunnel or my channel for the boning. I am going to use a plastic boning in these channels. So I have ironed the channels for my boning. Now I'm going to go ahead and stitch the fabric channel in place so I can pass my plastic boning through. You can make some lovely designs with the strip of fabric that you are using for your channels. You can add as many channels as much as you want as possible to the front of the corset. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. So this is how it is looking like after I finish stitching the boning channels, and this is the plastic boning I'm going to use for this project. So use your boning to measure the channels and cut it out. Make sure your channels is not too thin for the plastic boning to pass through. Make sure the channels is enough to size the plastic boning so that it will be easy for you to insert your boning in place. So just insert your boning as you can see me do here. It is not hard at all. And you can also use a regular boning if you don't have plastic boning. Another thing I forgot to add is that before you insert your plastic boning, make sure you reduce like 1 inch from your plastic boning so that it will not be the same length as the channel, because you want to have space to stitch the corset at the bottom and to be able to stitch the corset to the cup. So reduce 1 inch from the length of your plastic boning as I'm doing here. So now it's time to attach the cup. To attach the cup, you can pin it down first. Pin it down first before taking it to your sewing machine. So after I have finished stitching the cup, this is how it looks like, and this is how it looks like on the inside. So the next thing I did was to join the side seam. I joined the back of the corset to the front. I joined the side seam using 2 inches seam allowance, and I ironed it. The corset is already coming together. I also joined the pieces like I did for the corset. I also joined the pieces for the lining. I joined the lining at the side seam also. I want the bustier to have a neat finishing, so I'm going to turn it with the lining. Open up your corset, your Ankara corset or your net or whatever you use, and place the lining on top like I'm doing, right sides facing each other. I'm going to stitch it at the top and at the bottom. And after stitching it, you can also, while you are stitching it, you can stitch the hemming gum alongside so that when you iron it, the lining will stay inside. Stitch your corset from this side so you can see how it's coming into shape. Now I have finished stitching my line. I have finished joining my lining to the cup. You can see how the upper part of the corset is staying in place. The upper part of the bustier is staying in place because I use hemming gum, and I turn the corset out through this hole here. I turn it out through this hole, and I'm going to iron it in and close it the hole with an hemming gum before I attach my zip. So everybody, thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe if you haven't. See you in the next tutorial. Bye.